Yes, there was a phone call this morning from Montserrat Contemporary Art in New York asking if I would do a very brief video presentation to talk about my husband. It gives me great pleasure to do so. My husband, Dr. Arthur Manoharan, was one of a large family raised in South India, all exceptional people who achieved much in their lives. My marriage to Mano, as I always called him, was when we were both in middle age. It was wonderful because I had not a single dull moment in the 24 years we were together. He died in 2009. He was an MD. He studied in London in the School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, Public Health, Occupational Health. He moved from India after a residency in Sri Lanka to Singapore and was signed on by the town hall as a public health medical officer, and he carefully saved because he was very anxious to study a doctorate in public health at Columbia School of Public Health in New York. He loved painting, and he was quite profuse in the number of articles he produced. The portraits, many of them were given away to those who kindly sat for him. He later went and studied in an informal group in Honolulu doing watercolors, especially landscape watercolors or flowers, exotic tropical flowers. I remember he was very intense when painting. Somebody came to the house and sat for him, and they were there for several hours and then they left, and I didn't know where my husband was, and then I went in and he'd spread himself out behind the sofa on the floor and he was sound asleep, and this was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon because he had put so much into the portrait he had been painting. I loved the colours. I think his choice of colours was often wonderful. It was bright. He captured people very well. He painted a colleague in Singapore, and she had a rather sort of cheeky way of putting her head on one side, and he absolutely captured this in her portrait art. I've enjoyed them very much over the years. I'm sorry I don't know more about some of the subjects. I have a collection of what was not given away with me, which I take care of, and I hope you enjoyed the portraits too.